Hello and welcome to another can bottle scrap video. We are out super late tonight. Kind of had a long nap. But we're on the grind, of course. Move some of the shit. Off to a good start. Literally just got to this area. Up to 5 though. Eight, 9, 10. 15 there. Move the cord over. 17. It's 20. Already up to $2. Riveting content, but as you can see, we are cashing in. It's 35, 6, 37, 8. Hold on to it. 40. Write her down before we forget. 40 though, good start. 50. 52. Yeah, 52. And then I think I saw a bottle in there as well. Plus we'll just do a check. A double check, I guess. Like I said, it is a little late, so I apologize if I'm being a little quiet. Trying not to wake the neighborhood up, if possible. But we're off to a good start. You know, $5, just in cans. We do have some other ideas for content coming up on the channel. Obviously, we'll kind of keep this series going so people do enjoy it. I'm not going to open this because who knows what's in there. Kind of a cool container though, I guess. If you haven't seen last episode in the series, I guess, it was a pretty long one. But I swear right at the end, like I turn the camera off and then go to hit like a couple more houses before I head back, and some guy comes out screaming. I was like, damn, it's not even that I care that he was screaming, but I wanted it on camera. And I guess good just for, you know, self-defense purposes and, oh, spider web. Showy purposes, I guess, if ever, like, you know, a cop or something really needed evidence of what I was doing, I could just show him the video. So it's good if I have like everything. Yeah, small bottle, something. Like I said, it is real late though. I guess early at this point. Kind of a wonky time to be out, in my opinion. Is doing it when it kind of just gets dark. It makes sense because, you know, it's cooler. But once it gets real late, it kind of gets suspicious. It's kind of the way she be though. I slept in for this excursion. But I have been out like this late before. I think it's just more of a mental thing of coming out kind of at this time, like starting at this time, I guess. I did see another dude with like some bags in his hands when I was on my way here cruising. I don't know if he had alcohol cans in them specifically, but there's one. Treasures here. We gotta dig a bit. It's 55. Gotta write that down. Just because I'll forget while I'm grabbing what looks like bottles in here. Too much of a mess or noise. Unavoidable though. Unfortunately. We're up to 55. There. Good little collection of bottles. All these, that'll be 57. The almighty clipboard. We shall keep that noted. I guess if you've stuck around since the first episode, you'll know that's like when I kind of started using the clipboard. Definitely saved me a lot of time. It It also kind of depends, I guess, on how much space you have. Because you might just have to like crush them anyway, just to save space, and you can kind of count then. It's, you know, it's dependent on what you want to do. I also thought about getting one of those like clickers. I guess a lap counter. I don't know what you call them, or like a, I think of like a prison counter, inmate counter. But I worry then, you know, if I like over click it, I'm gonna have to like, you know, start messing around with it. So I figured the clipboard was the best way, or at least something something good to test, and it has been working good. You could also maybe go with like a whiteboard. Lots of options for recording the number of cans. If you don't know, obviously, when you bring them in to get the deposit, 10 cents each, you're you know, you're required to tell them how many cans you have. Oh, we hit a gold mine here. Do I just throw this in, or do I count them? That'll throw in. 60. Hands around them, 65. Just check the recording, make sure we're going good. Yep. 67, 68, 69, and 70. 72, 73, 74, 75. As always, if I miscount or miss one in a recycling bin, let me know. 7, 78, 89, 80. That's pretty good. Oh, we're up to $8. Just in cans. Quickly. I'm just gonna throw this right there. It's nice fun. Nice when they're in the boxes, because you can just take them in like this. Lift that. Probably a bad angle right here, but just adjusting stuff. Looks pretty good though. That's at least another $2 just in bottles in that case. So up to like $3 in bottles, like $10, 10 minutes. Way ahead of schedule. The JR Juniors or whatever, I don't know yet what you call them. I don't drink them. That too, though. Trying not to fall in. It's like just the two. I don't think there's anything in the bags. We are looking good. 82. Like I say, we usually like to try and get $20 an hour if we can, as best as if we can get it just in cans. A little less heft and work involved. Don't fall over. I'm just gonna tilt that a bit. Let's see what we got. Last house of the street, I guess. I don't know what you call this. Dead end street. Looks like something. Corona. 3-3. I'm stanking. Getting attacked by bugs. Looks like it. Like I said though, 10 cents a can. So we are at $8.40 in cans. All alone, which is pretty good. I think I checked this one. Sometimes you gotta double back. Yeah, I for sure checked it. Alright, cruise a bit. Come on. I've pulled a lot of like big things in this trailer. It's always the same, you kind of just gotta get, once you get going, it's easy cruising. But it's even kind of like that with nothing in it. You gotta just get that momentum built. It's smooth sailing. We're still using like the prototype GoPro angler / light. So there's still some improvements to be made for sure. A little bit of a hump there. Over it. Sometimes this area has been picked just because it can be so good. But even an area that's been kind of picked, you know, you do have various types of people going through them, so you might only get people looking for cans, people who don't dig that far, stuff like that. So there's still lots of opportunity, you know, maybe people who don't get scrap metal. Still haven't found a Switch 2 box. It's surprising. I don't know if just not a lot of people are buying them or haven't been at the right place, right time. But I figure I could get at least 15 for a decent Switch box. Maybe even more. But a lot of people do ask, like, do people really buy like boxes, like cardboard boxes for stuff? And it's like, yeah, for sure. You know, multitude of reasons why they might. Could just be like a, you know, a kind of obtuse collector. No offense if you I guess I collect, you know, there's some cardboardy things I'll save, standees and stuff. But, you know, for Christmas gifts, you might want to, like, basically repackage something, you know, a Switch, put it back in a box. Same thing with, like, stores, you know what I mean, like, that resell, like, Switch stuff for, like, you know, other consoles. You might want to put that stuff in a box, like, you know, I've sold, like, the Ring Fit box for Switch. And it was my own Ring Fit, just because I knew I didn't need the box. I believe I got 10 on it, or I might have like comboed it with something else, like 15. Another box. But a lot of that stuff, if it's like official, you know, Nintendo, Xbox, Sony, PlayStation boxes, you know, you can get like $5-10 on them. Really new stuff, 15-20. Definitely something I'd make a video on in the future. We haven't really been finding anything, so like I said, this might have been picked through. Yeah, but definitely something I could make a video on in the future. I know I have like some boxes around. The only ones I know that like don't really go too hard are like Wii boxes. But I don't know, they could be making like a renaissance. But you usually just see Wii's out in the open. Always sketched out walking by these dark parts. You never know what crackheads lurking in there. That smells like pee. One thing about the summer, the mosquitoes and just bugs in general, especially with the light on, they follow you. Follow you indeed. Well, we get a good run. I don't know if we're just getting outpicked here just because I'm out so late. You definitely in the morning you'll see some people in the grind, some just homeless people doing it for whatever reasons. I don't know if this car is. Oh, I'm just chilling. As always, I should have brought a drink. I'm usually feeling that after like 2 or 3 hours of being out, but by then I'm like, stop back, get a drink. But when I'm out here chatting away, you know, it makes you thirsty. Well, I got some boxes. These are a good sign. Potentially. Lots of alcohol boxes. I do want to dig, but I feel like if there was going to be some, it'd be there. So like I said, could have been picked through. We're on the move, we'll see. Someone could be cleaning our route, which is understandable. When it's this late. I find, at least no offense to the homeless gentlemen and or ladies, but they usually make a mess when kind of doing this. They get a lot of complaints in terms of walking by. People be like, "You the one that's making a mess?" Be like, "No." Like, so you know. Oh, okay. It's a good sign. It's a good sign. Bam. Let's see what we got here. So you know if it's been picked or not. Oh, stinky. Damn, usually that place is a big hit. I kind of feel like it's been picked. Maybe like that 2 we got was just a fluke. Someone who put out their bin after the fact, possibly. I guess we'll see here. This place usually has some hits. Does not look like there's any hits. Always worth scanning. But no, it doesn't look like much there. I know it's late, but I always still worry about kind of leaving the trailer on an angle. Like I just did. Like that. In the worry that someone will fly around, but I think it's kind of their fault. That's a Mott's. That's a Mott's. That's a Pepsi. I hate when they're similar yet crushed, because you really gotta eyeball it out. Terrible. Yeah, there's like 1,000 blue cans. Is this worth the effort? Checking every can, possibly multiple times. No. I'll take the one. I'll take the one win. Weird sound. $87. Pulled it too far. Hold on here. Got to figure out a better system for the pen. I need like a pen cup on the side of the cart. Are you adjusting? But just because it is super late, I don't know how late I will go. Especially with this good little bit we got. I don't know how long it's been in total. Probably approaching half an hour. We kind of slowed down on this street and haven't got, in terms of hits and just speed, combo of having to go to the bathroom and being thirsty. It's hitting us. But we'll continue the journey for now. learn from my mistakes. Go to the bathroom before you come out. Bring a thermos, bring a tumbler. Oh, that was quite the leap. Get up there. Check this bin. Sometimes it's got a couple. Don't think there's a bin there. Riveting content as I cruise down this sidewalk on my bike in the dark. It is what it is. If you do this in terms of just, you know, actual strap bottle, not like the recording process of it, I recommend headphones. I always have my one AirPod in, even though if I'm recording, I'm not listening to music. But I do recommend it. Like I said earlier, that dude that like came out yelling at me, I like literally turned off the camera, hit my AirPod on. Oh, I think we lost my clipboard. Yeah, the wind took it. The wind took her, boy. Readjust anyway here. I think I set it on top, which was a bad mistake. Surprised it didn't fly off earlier, and that I heard that. So I know music. Gotta be aware, at least while I'm recording. This is usually a hit though. Massage gun. Printer. Video coming soon on scrapping a printer. I got one in the back, as well as the TV. I want to do a couple of those of scrapping various things. Kind of like singled out videos. Shop back. We will cut the cord. Oh, I didn't think about this. Don't fall, please. It's a nice, decent cord though. Here, I'll put it down there. We'll set the case on top. And then we will not set this on top. We'll set it to the side. Kind of smells pee here too. There's a lot of pee out tonight. Or it's just me, I guess. There was a lady back there smoking who definitely heard me chatting away to you guys, but in their context, myself. like alcohol, maybe? Yeah. Well, where there's one. I really don't see anything else though. Good thing about all the recycling bins, you can kind of throw into other people's if you need to. Some people have an overflow and it's just hard to deal with when going through for cans. 88. Strong start, you know. It is a gamble out here. Even like the big jackpot kind of houses where you think like, oh yeah, they're must be drinking every week, and then no, go a couple weeks without drinking. Yeah, it's like it's a good thing that they're drinking a lot, but obviously it's a good thing for you in terms of cash. But I digress. Not too much here tonight. Like I said, I think it might have been picked through. But we'll probably literally continue to like end of this route, at least in terms of the video. Hopefully I don't immediately get something content worthy after I shut the camera off. Yeah, these are looking real barren though. I'm not like up here, by the way, not like right here, just in case. But look for reason. Right here is usually a hit. These people like their Appletons. Nothing but KFC. Tell if I got something on my arm. Placebo. What's that? I thought that was like a person in like a weird suit for a second. Sometimes when I'm out here, I feel like I'm kind of like an elephant in a mouse situation, you know what I mean? Like people are probably nervous about what I'm doing, but I'm just as nervous about someone getting mad or like freaking out. You got a couple. A little hit here. I forget what exactly was happening. Good to separate. I believe that is everything. Let's see what we're at here. Throwing forward. $92. AirPod falling out. 92. 5. Solid 100. That pen is dying. Switch to the other one, which I'm sure is also dying. Oh, I got the 100 down, that's all that matters. I don't know why I took this with me. I just throw it down there. Who cares? Obviously, we'll probably get some more tonight, but it's always a little sketch when you bring in like cans and you have an exact number when you're like, yeah, 100. And they're like, are you sure you got 100 there? And you're like, yeah. Like, I think it's just because a lot of homeless people probably round up to, you know, get a solid 10 bucks instead of like a bunch of change. So they probably question if you're rounding or not. Which I've never done, but there's been once or twice where when you bring in the bag that, you know, someone will just round it up for you. They'll be like, yeah, 98, and they'll be like, here's 10 bucks. So, I guess that's karma. For being a good Samaritan. Looks like we got some metal, maybe? I don't know what this is. A bed frame or something? I'll take it, obviously, but it's like a bunk bed. Oh, it's gonna be tough. This thing is huge. Okay. Let's try not to make a mega mess. It's like a sink. It's not as huge as I thought. Hey, I was taking the... Still. That's pretty big. I have to wake the neighborhood. Is this metal? I actually can't tell. It is. 'Tis indeed. Kind of gross, but I guess she's coming with me. Okay, let's cans first. And then figure out the rest of stuff. Always a big scrap hit here. Also kind of another good reason to wrap up after I figure this out. Clear this area. Have to go around here, the lineup. Rum punch, that's coming with us. The rest don't have labels, which might be a little difficult. I'd say 90% of the time they'll just kind of count the tops, push the box away, move on. But sometimes they're real hard checking. And if they get to one of those, they'll be like, "Oh, it doesn't say alcohol. This could be anything." Even though it's like pretty much clearly alcohol. But I've definitely had to debate them before. Mostly like kind of old Karen-y ladies who will try to tell you something isn't alcohol, and then you're like, well, that's the where it says it's alcohol right there. Like, oh. Thankfully, we haven't gotten too high with all the stuff, so I think we can comfortably pile all this bed frame or whatever it is. Bunk bed frame thing. I really don't know what. Like it's got, I don't know. Maybe they just kept the bottom bed. And that's like the top one, but then they don't look like they attach. Yeah, this is gonna be slippy. Like a penguin. All right. See, my mental faculties running to try to process what I'm gonna do here. Grab some bungee cords and start tying things together. Try not to forget those. This thing is flapping. Come on, get under there. Just trying to get some. Oh, and it exploded. Well, that's what I got for leaving them outside. Let's try another one. Round 2. Maybe. We're gonna go less tight. Turned into dust. Come on. I actually can't see what I'm doing. It's mostly just a pray it out situation. There's no way this one's gonna have any structural integrity. No, it's not gonna work. I can't do it on a wheel. Excuse the terrible angles, which I'm assuming you're getting. Well, that's something. Surely something. I'm sure there's some like copper and brass fittings on this sink that are half decent as well. This is a death trap. But I think that's probably gonna wrap it up before we head home to, you know, recollect here. But I forgot what we were up to. Let's see in here, 90. Oh no, we got to 100. Beautiful, you know, 100 solid. Like I said, we slowed down there in the end range, but we got some good heavy scrap stuff. A decent little collection of bottles. And we haven't been out for too long. Might come out some more. We'll see, but if not, this is the end of the video. So, you know, make sure to like, comment, share, and subscribe. Hit that little notification bell so you know when future content's coming out. And otherwise, thanks for watching. Peace.